Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to if you're new. I'm really excited for today's video and I hope you guys are as well. And if you are, don't forget to show me some love by giving me that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and also make sure to hit the notification bell so you know every single time that I upload. All right, you guys, so this drawstring bag is from none other than Dollar Tree, of course. And we are going to turn this bag into a pillow. All I'm doing here, you guys, super simple, super easy, is I'm taking some stuffing. It sounds like it's Thanksgiving. Just kidding. It's some of that basically stuffing that I had from an old pillow, but you can get that pretty much any craft store. And then I'm basically going to determine how stuff I want it, and it's going to be a cute little kitty cat pillow. And I figured this would be a great little throw pillow for my bed for the sake of this video, just because I haven't quite gotten to the decorating of my bedroom yet. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on one of the chairs that I have in my room. But anyway, I went ahead and took some of this heat bond tape, which you guys is amazing. And for people like myself who really aren't that great at sewing, I would highly recommend this stuff. It is just a little bit of tape, and then you basically are going to use an iron. In this case, I have my little heat press from Cricut. Shout out to my sister Jeannie, who got the little mini one for me, which I am obsessed with. I love that thing. It's so funny. For the longest time, I wasn't sure why I would need my regular size, heat press from Cricut as well as a mini. And let me tell you guys, if you are crafters, the mini is very much needed for projects like this. And any smaller type projects. I have used it quite a bit and I'm obsessed with it and I love it. So thank you, sister, for getting that for me. But ultimately, you guys, all I'm doing is I am basically adding the heat press bind on there, and then I am basically ironing it. Just make sure to be careful. You don't want to burn this material. This is very thin, flimsy material, and so you don't want to leave it on there for too long. And this stuff adheres super quickly, and I kind of wanted to give it a fun little look, and all I'm doing is playing and tucking along until I get it exactly how I want it. And then I'm adding the tape a little bit as I go, and then adding the heat to it until it adheres exactly how I wanted. And I thought it would be super cute to make it a little lower in the middle and then have like the ears kind of pointing out. You guys will see what I mean here in just a little bit. But as you can see, all I'm doing is literally tucking, ironing, and of course, be careful not to burn yourself. But that really is all that this takes. It's super quick, super easy, and in my opinion, it turned out absolutely fabulous. And it's a super quick DIY project for $1. All right, you guys, so for this next project, I will be using my big Cricut heat press, and this is a 2-pack pillow, and I'm only using one pillowcase, of course, because the second one I actually did a project for my sister. And anyway, this is going to be a design that I got off Cricut Design Space, because I know a lot of you guys will probably ask me where I got it, and that is where I got it. But I just saw this and I thought it was so cute, and with my witch theme I just had to have it. And that's the beauty of having a Cricut. You can do your own iron-on pillows, you can do your own pillows in general. I mean, there's so many different things. I've been working on a few t-shirts that I'm not going to be, creating a video on or anything. I've just been having fun, DIYing on my own time. And you guys, this turned out so cute and I absolutely love it. And it's just a matter of deciding what colors and, whatnot you want to use. And they have so many different styles and so many different types of designs, and just pick the one that suits you the best. But you can pretty much create whatever you want. And if you don't like the ones that they have pre-done for you, you can do your own. I contemplated between this one and Creep It Real, but I was like, nah, this is perfect. I am doing a witch theme, and this is just exactly what I love. Plus, this is something that I will probably enjoy more, since I pretty much do a witch theme almost every year, but I've never gone to the extent that I'm going out this year, you guys. I cannot wait to share my home project or my home tour this year, because it is awesome. And then on this upcoming part, I just wanted to show you guys one thing that I recommend. Sometimes when you line layers up and they don't quite work the way you want it to, sometimes you're better off just cutting it, and that's what I did, and doing one piece at a time. So that's just an idea if that's anything that you ever struggle with, but you'll have to let me know what you think of these projects. And actually, before I forget, don't forget that I do have a giveaway still going on. You have this week, and then I will be announcing the winner next Thursday. So you'll have a few days next week to enter if you haven't already. So I do look for you to, of course, comment on that video, but I'm also going to be looking for those subscribers that follow me on all videos, hint, hint, and that comment on a lot of videos, because that just shows how much you guys really truly watch my channel and like my content. All right, you guys, so for my last project, I took one of these Dollar Tree materials and I created my very own flag, garden flag, and oh my goodness, this is the cutest garden flag I have ever made, if I do say so myself. I wanted one that didn't have too much of the Halloween-y patterns, because I'm sure I showed you guys on one of my previous videos all the cool materials that I picked up for Halloween, basically from Dollar Tree. But this one was one that has the color, meaning it's like that cool green, and then it has the black polka dots, but it doesn't really scream out, Halloween pattern, if you will. So I thought I could pretty much use this as a bare canvas and create a super cool, basically garden flag as mentioned. So again, on Cricut Design Space, I found this particular basically already made pattern that says let's get wicked. And before you guys say, if you do not have a Cricut yourself, keep in mind that there are a lot of places that you can get vinyl. For example, I sell some on my Etsy shop. You can buy them personalized. Right now my shop is closed temporarily because of my injury, and being able to get around to take things to the post office and whatnot are not always something that I can do. Most of the time my husband does it anyway, but I just don't want to burden him, especially when I can't, go with him or, even help pack or do anything for that matter. But you can always buy vinyl, whether it's heat press vinyl, regular vinyl. You can get those on Etsy, or you can even buy, I've seen them at places like Walmart, or I know Joanne Fabrics has some, and I also know that Hobby Lobby carries some heat transfer that you can do. Now, another cool thing that you can do is buy heat transfer paper, and you can actually do a method with your printer without needing to actually have vinyl at all. And I did a t-shirt that way. If you guys want me to do a project that shows you that method, let me know. You'll still need an iron. You don't necessarily need the Cricut heat press. I just find it convenient because it gives you evenly spread heat, and that's the whole reason why that whole thing was even made. And you can't have any type of steam. So a traditional iron, you just have to be really careful with it, but it is still something that you could use. You don't have to have these, specific things to create any of this, but I do love how easy Cricut makes things. And so that is my excuse for having that, plus the amount of crafts that I create and what I do. It just works for me, and it's something that, not necessarily trying to justify. It's just something that I love. And, I have the very, very old school first Cricut that ever came out from many, many eons ago. I don't recall how old it is. I want to say it's like 10 years old, maybe a little longer. I don't know. It's pretty old. But anyway, and of course I upgraded to the Air 2, and then now they have a Air 3. So I don't know that I'll be getting that one. I'm going to stick with what I have for now. I mean, it's not that old as it is, and I love it, and it does the job, and it does everything that the new one does, with the exception of it needing basically a mat, and I think I can handle that, so we're good. Anyway, so you've seen there that I did the press, and now I'm using again this heat bond tape, and then I'm just eyeballing where I want to go ahead and press this. You always want to make it a little bit thicker and go down a little bit more, just because you want to make sure that the opening is big enough to where your bar is going to go through. And my husband brought me dinner. Yeah, we're being super naughty. My dietitian and doctor would be so proud not. Anyway, and then I'm just kind of determining here where I'm going to go ahead and trim this, and I'm going to have you guys watch the rest, but it's super quick, super easy. Anybody can do this, and I think you guys would have so much fun. And keep in mind that if you don't want to do the vinyl or the heat iron on, patches that you can get, you can always, if you're good at sewing, you can go that route. I mean, there are so many ways. I've shown you guys how I've done flags in the past, not using any type of iron on. So anyway, this is going to be my third and final project for today, and I would love to hear which one of of today's projects is your favorite. And I've tried to use some Dollar Tree, products, and of course, not all of them are. But I think my whole goal with this video is to give you guys ideas to think outside the realm of the usual, and turning a wait, you know what I mean, anyway, into a pillow, and basically in this case, a little piece of fabric into a flag. The second one, a pillowcase can only be turned into a pillowcase, I guess. But you get my gist. Anyway, you guys, I really wanted to thank you so much for all of your love and support, and tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you guys enjoy how this is turning out. I'm telling you guys, this is my favorite flag that I have ever made, and I'm gonna see how it holds up in my crazy windy city, because it's super windy out there, and we'll see how it holds up. And depending on how it does, I may try to do this for other holidays. We'll see. You guys will have to tell me what you think. So at this point, I thought it would be super cool to add just a little 3D effect. So I added a spider on top of the cauldron just to give it a little splash of more orange and also just that 3D effect. Obviously not needed, but I thought it added just that extra cuteness. And of course that bow, oh my goodness, I think is what made this whole flag, in my opinion, of course. But you guys, that basically concludes today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you loved all 3 projects. As always, please make sure to share which one of today's projects is your favorite. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. And I hope, as always, that you have a beautiful and blessed day. Have a great week, you guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.